Hello everyone. What are the difficulties in using ground-based optical telescopes and how are they overcome? So we have to find the difficulties in using the ground-based optical telescope and how are we overcoming these problems or difficulties. So first of all, we'll be writing about the problems or difficulties. So the difficulties, we'll be mentioning them one by one. Let us write the first difficulty regarding this matter. So here, when we are talking about the light rays, because ground-based optical telescope, what are they receiving? They are receiving the light rays. So the intensity of the light ray, which are reaching the Earth's surface, we can write the intensity of light rays, which are reaching the Earth's surface, they decreases because here the light is absorbed by the atmosphere. As they are on ground, so there will be atmosphere, and as they are coming from outer surface or outer, we can say the space, so some amount of light will be absorbed and hence the intensity will decrease. So we'll be continuing this. The intensity decreases because light is absorbed. Now second, we can write that during daytime it is difficult to use. Why they are difficult to use? Because we can say that when it is the daytime, due to sunlight, as sunlight creates problem for the optical telescope, so we cannot reach the light from the objects clearly because sunlight will be falling on the lenses of the telescope and this will create problem. So during daytime it is very difficult to observe the outer space using this ground based optical telescope. This is the second difficulty. Now we'll be talking about the third difficulty. We can write that as on the surface of Earth, the temperature and the atmospheric pressure keeps changing. So we can say that this changing in the atmospheric pressure or temperature, the change in temperature and atmospheric pressure, it causes difficulty. How? Actually, when the atmospheric pressure or temperature change, then the light rays change their path slightly. So when they are changing their path, it shakes the position of image, which ultimately cause difficulty. And to overcome these difficulties, what we are using or what we are doing is that we are installing these satellites not on the ground but in the outer space itself. We can write that to overcome these difficulties or problems, what is being done? The satellites are now being erected. We are sending the satellites in space itself. And what kind of satellites? These satellites carry the telescopes, and hence we don't have to install them on the ground, or we don't have to use the ground based optical telescopes as they are having so many difficulties. So satellites are now launched in the space and there we are sending the telescope with the satellites. For example, we will be writing an example. We can write Hubble telescope. So it is an optical telescope. We know that it is an optical telescope. The Hubble telescope is an optical telescope and it is launched in the space. In 1990 it was launched and it is orbiting the Earth at the height of 589 kilometers. Thank you.